truth but lies were all you could provide. You apologize, but this is something I just can't slide. Your mouth is writing checks that you can't ever cash. Well, you took it there, and there's no way that it can lie. No war! No war! No war! No war! You must pay for your sins, and the time is now. I will beat you down, cause I never liked you anyhow. You could beg forgiveness, but you wrong too many rights. The count dies 1,000 deaths, and your time is up tonight. You cannot forever my soul, just climb up from underneath that rock. Cause I've never seen you walk the walk, I only ever heard you talk the talk. This ain't no pissing match, but I'm calling you out. And when it's over, you'll be buried 6 feet to the sound. No war! No war! No war! You must pay for your sins, and the time is now. I will beat you down, cause I never liked you anyhow. You could beg forgiveness, but you wrong too many rights. And now dies 1,000 deaths, and your time is on tonight. Lessons learned, it's just too bad you didn't realize. You think you're bad, well I'm the god to in disguise. Of being a pain, I'm back to show you what that's all about. And when it's over, you'll be buried 6 feet to the soul. No word! No word! Must pay for your sins, and the time is now. I will beat you down, cause I never liked you anyhow. You could beg forgiveness, but you wrong too many rights. The count dies 1,000 deaths, and your time is on tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tarnation TV. The race this evening. Well, you know what? It's not the championship race yet, but it will be next Thursday. So we're down to the final 8. That will be moved into the final 4. We'll be heading on to race for the championship next week. Anyway, this is Tarnation TV. Thanks for watching. If you are watching, the YouTube channel is the most interactive and coolest place to be. My name's Blaine, and I'm here with Brad, actually in the same room today. You flew all the way here.
How about that? Just for this race, and then I got to fly back as soon as we're done.
Correct. Yeah. You got to go to work tomorrow, but you know.
But
that's how
I
we
don't know.
do
Maybe
it.
let's get snowed in.
Yeah,
Snowmageddon is happening.
Yeah, and you guys have no snowplows on the West Coast, so congratulations.
No, we were all told to go into our box of Canadiana and pull out our salt shakers and start attacking the roads viciously.
Or just stay home.
Or yeah, so I just said, like, no.
It's easier. Just
Not
stay
my
home.
good salt shaker.
Yeah, that the 3 inches of snow will go away, and then you can, come out of your house like it's a brand new world.
That's what happens if we get like all the winter all at once, and then it goes away within a couple of days.
And then you think of those Buffalo Bills fans who drive to the arena or drive to the stadium literally in 5 feet snowdrifts and sit there in minus 40-degree weather and watch football and help shovel the field.
I was going to say, not only that, they asked for volunteers to come out, and they were even shoveling the stadium, shoveling the field. That's fantastic. That's
awesome.
That's a good
Bills
fan base right there.
Die hard, man. Like, literally temperatures that would kill most humans, and they're just out there watching football.
Yeah,
and
right.
And they're loving every second of it.
Vancouver Canucks can't even get me to pick up like a pop can off the ground.
Nope.
Like, hey, you want to grab that? I'm like, win a couple Stanley Cups, then get back to me.
Win a couple Stanley Cups. How about get into a couple of playoffs? A couple of rounds of playoffs.
Yeah,
you can't win a cup if you don't get to the final. Anyway, I've got the graph up on the screen right now as far as we go right now. You see the 8 drivers in green are eligible. They're basically racing each other. We do have about 28 drivers in the race tonight. These 8 guys will race each other within this race. The top 4 of them will fight it out next week in the final race, and only one can be the champion. So between Dan Lovell, Robert Breedlove, Brian Lovell, Greg Lovell, Nate Balser, Stephen Brandstetter, Randy Waugh, and Ulysses Sandoval. Wait a second.
Wait a minute. It's just in.
Oh.
Beep, 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 beep.
What's that say?
Wait. Telegram?
That right there.
I don't know Morse code. That says Ulysses Sandoval in the Papacito that he is currently on a date with 3 gorgeous women and will be unable to attend this evening's race. In place of that, Danny Carroll will take 8th place, which is always great for whoever would be able to use that spot. But remember, not last race because we were missed it, but the race before, I think Danny needed to come in like 3rd place in order to qualify for the next round of playoffs. And I think he got 4th or 5th. It was just a place or 2 out.
It was really close because if you look at the points to the far right there, that total column, you've got Ulysses Sandoval locking down 8th place with 1,200 points even, and Denny at 1,151, literally 49 points out, which is only like a couple of spots. And if you lead some laps,
that's what it was, yeah.
And it literally came down to be that close. Ulysses tonight can't make it, so the 96 car has been parked, and the 41 car is now eligible to run with those 8 to make it to next week's championship race to go for the cup. But let me just check here. Unless someone's driving Ulysses' car. Somebody could be driving Ulysses' car. Negative.
I never even considered that.
No, 96, 97, 98, 99. There is no 96 in today's run, so nobody's driving Ulysses' car. Somebody could have driven his car. I was expecting one of his teammates maybe to jump in the 96, right?
Part of Team Wrecking Ball would have been in there, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not a great driver, but I correspond with the Wrecking Ball part of that. I'm pretty sure I could go in there and
you qualify.
Make a mess out of his good name.
Exactly. Yeah. I just got to abort my qualifying run here as I am the broadcaster. They are now entering qualifying, so we've got a new series coming up. I'll just leave the graphic up on the screen there because there's a lot of stuff for people to look at. The boys right now are qualifying, so new series coming up in a couple of weeks on Sunday. I believe it's the 28th. Let me actually check the stuff because we are so pro. The 28th of January 2024. Obviously, we are doing a truck series on Sunday, which Tarnation TV will be broadcasting. It'll be an earlier race, though, because it's a Sunday race, so you, Brad, we might not be able to make it.
We'll see. That's the 28th, you said?
28th is when it's going to start. It'll be 11 race series. It's going to be the Camping World Series 2015 truck mod, so we'll be watching some pickup trucks drive around this thing.
What time is the
it's like a
start for that one?
7 p.m. Eastern time. So like noon your time.
Carry to 1. And
so I think it's 4. Is that 4 o'clock?
Daylight savings? Yeah, that would be 3 hours.
So you might be
I'm putting it in my calendar. Yeah, probably, but that's never stopped me before. I got this new program for my microphone that only allows my voice to come through, so I can burp, chew, fart away, and you won't hear it.
That is true. I never thought of that.
Unless I want you to. I'll smack my lips and eat some, I don't know, maybe some farmer sausage and pierogies to sneak. That's what it smells like. Also got some ham going on, too.
Gosh darn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
so I'm going to try it tonight.
Do you know what the series...
I'm eating. And that's a fucking move the mofo.
It should be a game. We should have like a quiz. A pop quiz pops up on screen. What am Brad eating? Brad am eating hot dogs. Wrong.
Right, but good try.
Do you know what the name of the series is going to be called?
Ooh, what's in your mouth?
No, the race.
Oh no, sorry, the race is the series. I thought you meant the game.
No,
I don't know. You could probably do it better. I'm just spitballing, but that's No, what's this series called? Oh, this is the new one. So it's tied in to the.
It's a Talladega.
It's going to be Talladega Nights themed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Where I'm on fire right now.
Oh,
we have shake and bake on Saturdays.
Is it?
Sorry.
Is it the I Piss Excellence?
You are correct.
That's what it was. I remember him saying that. So I'm like, okay, that was why it seemed like off the top of my head. It was like, I didn't think it was going to be called like, I'd like to thank Doritos or something like that.
No. Baby Jesus. What was it? The Baby Jesus?
Dear 8 pound, 4 ounce Baby Jesus. Yeah. That's a lot of words for a race time.
That website would cost a lot of money.
It fits with the theme, but yeah, we got too many letters to get on the screen. We need a widescreen monitor.
Right. Yeah, currently we're just looking at the renders of the cars rolling across. Some of these drivers are actually driving different cars now, but Gary Mingus made these renders. And obviously, going into the playoffs, the cars change, but you get to see what they look like in their 3D Studio Max glory. So thanks to Gary for that stuff. The IPIS Excellence is funny because we made the advertising for the series, and we were going like I and then asterisk, 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 asterisk to cover the word piss, which,
right?
What? But then I'm like, well, what other 4-letter word could we use?
That really asterisks me off.
You can't. Exactly. Like it's impossible. So we have to say it. It's in the movie. It's a PG-13 movie. Sorry. But
yeah, right. Because otherwise, you can't.
Okay, Blaine, are you ready to come up, brother?
With that. What's the?
We got Greg here. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Yep, Greg, go ahead. We're ready to rock. We're gonna go up and talk to the drivers right now.
You want me to move you?
Yeah, man. If you can drag me up there, I'll take it. When I'm up there, I'll take over.
It won't let me for some reason.
Oh, maybe Jeff has to do it. We're just waiting to see what to go. Hey, here I am, and there we are. Thanks, everybody, for showing up this evening. This is going to be another awesome race. We got a couple races to go, so good luck to the top 8. And I guess we'll just hand it over to the pole sitter, Nate Bolser.
Nate Bolser, driving the 079 JBL Chevrolet out of Seattle, Washington. I'd like to thank my wife and daughters and my daughter's friend from Eastern Washington. Good luck all.
Hey, Robert Brelo, starting second in 931 Firehouse Subs Camaro out of Lancaster, South Carolina. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, driving the number 088, Greg Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. I'd like to thank Frank Divens for the paint job. Good luck to the top 8. Thank you, Jeff, for everything you do. Thank you, Blaine, for your broadcasting. And good luck, guys.
Starting at fourth, number 80, Eric Lovell, driving the Indianapolis Colts Dodge, painted by Mr. Frank Divins. Let's have a good race. Good luck to the top 8. Keep it clean, guys.
Starting fifth in the 41, Frank Divins, painted Big Stone Gap car. Good luck, everybody.
Starting sixth, the number 043, Brian Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Car painted by Frank. Appreciate you, Frank. And I want to thank everybody at Talladega Nights and Tarnation TV.
Starting in seventh, Mike Mangialardi out of Federal Way, Washington, driving the 029 Ford Mustang Blackhawk Town car. Shout out to my friends watching at the Rainier Room tonight. Good luck, everybody, and good luck, chase drivers.
Starting eighth is the 188 Amazon car, driven by Larry D. out of Georgetown, Mass. Good luck to the chase drivers tonight. Thank you, TV, and thank you to Jeff for everything you do. Thank you, Tarnation.
Rolling off ninth, Randy Wall from Huntsville, Alabama, driving number 21 Dodge, painted by Frank Divins. Shout out to my sons Christian and Corey, grandsons Adrian, Asher, and Asa. Good luck to the chase drivers.
Starting in 10th, Stephen Brandstetter from Randolph, Oklahoma, driving the 510 Oklahoma State University Ford Mustang, painted by Blaine Donald. Good luck, guys.
Starting in the 11th edition, the number 12 Ford Mustang is Gary Mingus from Tallahassee, Florida, where it's still colder than the well diggers behind down here.
Number 97, Pat McCarsky, driving the Tarnation TV Dodge. Safe travels, Jeff. Thanks for everything you do. And good luck to the Fast and Furious 8.
Starting 13th and the number 24 is Graham McDonald from Sarnia, Ontario. Good luck, everybody.
Starting in the 14th position, Keith Bynum in the 63 Chevrolet Camaro, painted by KC Duncan. And wish everybody top 8 good luck tonight, and wish what same thing Pat said, safe travels for Jeffrey and his brothers going to see his daddy up in Utah.
Starting 15th is the 99 of Josh Mercurio. Happy Thursday, everybody. Let's relax and have a good time.
Rolling off in 16th, the 388 Dan Lovell, painted by Frank Divins. Thank you, Frank. Just want to wish all you drivers good luck, especially the top 8 that are in it with me. Good luck to all of us. Thanks for all you drivers coming out. Thanks, Jeff, for everything you do. Thanks, Blaine, for the broadcast. Good luck, guys. Frank.
17. 09, Frank Divins out of Sun City Center, Florida. Good luck and thank you, Tarnation TV.
Starting 18, James Black from Shermansdale, Pennsylvania, Perry County. Wish the chase drivers good luck, and it'll be the last race of the Chevy. The Fords come back out next season.
19th, number 68 Outlaw. Good luck, guys.
Starting number 20, number 45, Tom Dixon, the Chevrolet Batman car from Byron, Georgia, painted by Bernie Mobbs. Thanks, Tracy, for watching on Tarnation. Jeff, you and the group have a great trip, safe trip. Tell Pops we said, hey, good luck, guys.
Starting 21st round, the number 3 GM Chevrolet, Gary House out of West Coast.
Starting 22nd, Alex Ortiz, driving the number 0 out of Bassett, Virginia. Let's have a good race, guys.
Starting 23rd, Zach Roberts on the 98 Fanta Orange Toyota Camry. Big shout out to Team Wrecking Ball and Ulysses. So you can mix today, bud. Good luck, everybody. Let's have a good race.
Starting 25th, number 67, Garland Oaks from Martinsville, Virginia, driving the Gold PT Toyota Camry. Good luck to everybody. Pull them seatbelts tight. It's time to go racing.
Starting 24th, 5th, number 56, Jeffrey Elliott out of Mooresville, North Carolina. I want to congratulate the top 8 in this race. Great to get there this far in the season. So have a good race, guys, and may the best 4 guys continue. I want to give a shout out to my father. We'll be there. Oh, I guess in about 24 hours we'll see you, Dad. So I love you, man. And shout out to my bros. And love you guys. Thanks, Tarnation TV. I'm driving one of your turbo rides tonight. And we're going to top it off, guys, with Perry Bond. Somewhere in Virginia, he likes me to say. So he's driving number 60, I believe, Amazon ride. So good luck to you guys and good luck to the chase drivers. There you go, Blaine.
What part of where's
Thank
he
you,
at?
Blaine, for all
What
you do,
part? Virginia. Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you,
guys.
Blaine.
Hey, Blaine.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Blaine.
guys. Good to see
Appreciate it,
some,
man.
Thank you, Blaine.
some old
Thank you,
faces back in here.
Blaine.
Good luck, guys. We're back down here in the room, right where we belong. So yeah, man,
Here
we
we
got
are.
some familiar faces back in here, which is kind of cool. You
Yep.
see in there, we got Frank Divins actually driving. I wonder if Frank Divins actually made a Frank Divins car. Probably.
I would only think so.
Jim Black. We've got Doug Firth, also known as Outlaw. Tom Dixon, Gary Heiser. Haven't seen those names in a little while, so that's kind of cool. They were able to come out on a Thursday eve.
That is
here.
pretty cool.
Join us at some playoff racing. Talladega Nights is the place to be.
What are we looking at for the field today? Numbers?
Cars.
We got it.
Oh, you mean like
Well, that-
people?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent question. I believe it was our standings. Let's see here. Qualifying down to 27th. So we have 27 cars on track this evening. And there's the Frank Divins Tarnation TV Turbo number 56. Thanks,
There
Frank.
he is.
Hey, Blaine, I tried to move you, buddy, but I just could not move you. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I apologize for that.
Yeah, maybe you don't have permissions or something. That sounds like a Jeff issue. Although I have the same permissions you do,
I'm
and
a
I can
server
move people.
admin, so I don't understand it. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was showing like a red no sign beside your name every time I would try to move you.
Huh.
So
Maybe
I
I'm-
was just letting you know. I apologize for,
Oh, yeah.
for not
It's all
being able
good.
to get you up there.
Yeah, it's all good. When the race is done, I can handle all that stuff anyway, so that'll work out
I
great.
was going to ask Brad something. How do you pronounce your last name?
It's Letkeman. L-E-T. It's Letkeman. It's There's a bunch of consonants side by side. Some old German thought that was a good idea. I guess I don't know.
Letkeman. Okay,
Letkeman,
I got you. Okay, all right. All right, guys. Look, I will catch you down here later, I hope.
Awesome, man.
Sounds
Good
good,
luck,
bud.
man.
All right, buddy.
Well, then tonight, who is driving the 56? Because Jeff is not driving that, is that right?
Yep.
Oh, he is. I thought he was heading. Oh, that's good. So he's got
He
time to stick around
will.
with the race.
They do have a plane to catch at 3 a.m., but Jeff just lives and breathes this league. I said, dude, go see your dad. He's like, nah, man, I don't. He's not going to be able to sleep anyway. So he figured
That's
he'd come
fair.
out.
Yeah,
he will end
you're
up
already up.
racing probably about half the race today. So he might be pitting probably somewhere around lap. How many laps do we do? I think it's 38. So he'd probably be pitting around maybe that second pit stop. He might just park it.
Gotcha.
But cool looking paint jobs from Frank Divins on the car there. And welcome to the other guys. It's Jim and Tom Dixon and Frank Divins and Doug Firth, Gary Heiser. Some names I haven't seen in a little while. It's too bad the Ulysses couldn't make it. But
That is too bad. But when you're as popular with the ladies as he is, sometimes sacrifices have to be made. And racing with the guys or entertaining some ladies.
Right.
I'm just making that up. I don't know what he's up to, but I'm assuming he's up to no good wherever he is.
Where do we want to put drone cam on the pit exit? Right on top of that
Right.
Sunoco sign.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit of the action going by.
We'll do it right there. Race off pit road. We'll drop it right there. I think it's another good spot. And
No, I normally
pit
don't.
entrance. Oh, there's Pat McCarskey driving the other Tarnation TV Turbo car.
Right.
Tarnation TV Turbo is a channel we haven't really used it too much, but It's a
You
lot of
never
fun
know.
because it's uncensored. Uncensored
Exactly.
shenanigans.
Anything goes. Mostly just a bunch of swearing and some
Yeah,
blue humor.
if we happen to call somebody like an ass clown, then, on that channel, we're allowed to do it. Not here. I didn't say that.
No. I wouldn't. Yeah.
This is
I
a
wouldn't call
family-friendly
you,
channel. Gosh darn it.
Yellow-bellied chicken liver on this one.
Tickle sniff. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But save that stuff for after dark.
So the lights go down and Norm MacDonald, Gilbert Godfrey, and Bob Saget hit the stage. Hide the women and children.
I was going to ask you, I don't typically watch the YouTube feed because I'm normally watching the live
Me neither.
feed, or the live feed, the actual...
it's a horrible broadcast. I wouldn't watch it either. I don't blame you. Go ahead.
The horrible broadcast. No, if I have a chance, I'm watching like how to crochet a hat for your cat. No, on the top here, in the middle of your on screen, it says Drivers Online 29. Has that always been there, or is that a new thing you've...
That is only happening because we're in happy hour right now, so there's no lap count really. Everything on my stats screen kind of it's lined up for race situation. So the data you're seeing is getting pulled from a web page, so it's like a pixel perfect coordinate kind of thing. So in a happy hour session, it doesn't display as much data. In the race situation, it'll show you how many cautions we're doing. It'll show you the fastest laps. It'll show you all that stuff. So it'll actually expand, and you'll just be able to see the laps. That's going to eventually show the laps. But
okay, no, that's cool. I just wanted to check because I'm not watching YouTube then during happy hour. I'm just usually paying attention to the broadcast or everything else we have going on here.
And I can shut that off and on again, but I just leave it up. Because if I forget to turn it on, it's kind of like, what lap are we on halfway through the race? Whoops. This should be a pretty exciting race. Like I said, Frank Divins, I've been doing a lot of interaction with Frank Divins the last month. He actually found a way, if anybody's ever watched these broadcasts in the past, if there's a glitch with a car file. So how this game works, the painters will paint these cars, like we're following Keith Bynum right now. He's sponsored by Hubcap Annie. That's his company. So he made this car, or somebody made it for him, whatever. He drives this car in the game. He uploads this car to like a Google Drive or a server of some sort so that I can download it. So as long as our two files match, he's definitely speeding. That's not how you enter the pits. Only in happy hour. Look at, he's going to do it.
Oh, I thought he was going to just pop and just...
it's like Super Dave
just miss
Osborne.
him, yeah, it's just like a glove. Just slam it right into the pits.
But so if the car files don't sync up, like if he was to get in this is Zach Roberts again, awesome looking car, part of Team Wrecking Ball. If he was driving a car that I didn't have on my computer, the mod, this mod by the way is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series stuff. They create these generic paint jobs that look like complete garbage. They're like an anime thing. They're not even lined up properly. They're just stupid looking. Frank Divins actually found a way. Sorry?
I'm surprised those made it into the original game. Sorry. That seems so out of place for everything NASCAR that I know of, having this Tokyo Drift style.
And it's weird because it's not the game. It's the people who made the mod. Like the people who make the mod supply all that stuff. So they packed up the mod.
That makes more sense than it being in the game, because I'm like, that doesn't seem to fit with everything else that I've seen.
Because the original game, which is just the 2003 Cup Series, those cars, if you have a car file error like that, like a sync error, the cars are just solid colors. There's blue, yellow, red, and green, and the game will put a number on the door. So it's one of those things where, why did they create this cool mod and just have these god awful, ugly, generic cars? So what Frank did is he went into the data file and he extracted the textures or something. He actually painted real ones. So now if we have an error with a car file, we get to actually see like a really cool looking car, not some blurry anime weird thing. But,
right.
I guess we should
That's
send.
awesome.
Do you want to send it over to the old Balser family for the call at the Grand
I was going
Marshal
to say
stand?
it's about time for that, right? Here we are.
Let's
all
do
lined
it.
up.
Welcome to Talladega Nights Super Speedway, one of the fastest tracks around. Presented by Talladega Nights Racing League and brought to you by Tarnation TV. Drivers, start your engines!
All right. So yeah, thanks to Frank Divens for that. I do not believe we're going to see any of those cars this evening because everybody actually has their own car.
Nice.
But it'll be very cool. We will be able to tell. Like they are very, very cool car designs, but the game still does generate just generic, very generic numbers. They're just like an Arial italics font that is stuck to the car door. Just very. I didn't even know it was possible. I've never seen anybody do that before. You know, actually take those generated cars and change them. I mean, but clearly it's possible because every mod that comes out has to have that stuff. The another very interesting mod that they run, I believe it's Monday night, on the DWI series is the Aero 88s. So it's the 1988, the 1980s style NASCARs, and they're so cool because they look like old Monte Carlos and stuff. And the generics in that mod are fantastic. They look like old paint jobs. They look normal. I don't know why this mod got stuck with total trash. The brand new next gen, the Generation 7 or whatever they call it, the next gen cars that came out a couple of years ago, they look fantastic. So it's, just up to the mod team. It's a thing that'll probably, they rarely get seen because we always have the car files downloaded. It's the odd time there's a glitch.
Yeah, sometimes a last minute thing or maybe a duplicate name glitch or whatever, right? Like,
yeah, or the driver changes the file name. So it's not even like the paint's wrong. It's just they selected a like maybe they have two of the same car and they just got in the wrong one.
Gotcha.
But we are getting ready to go green. Nate Balser is our pole sitter. Pit sitter? I piss excellence. I don't know what I'm trying to say. That's a Sunday series, and they'll be driving pickup trucks.
He's a pit sitter and a pole car. Unlike the pit car. I know it's the pace car.
It's a pace car.
But I just had to say it once or twice to get it out of the way so I can refer to it as the pace car when it comes out. Or I'll just say, hey, there's that car again with the lights.
Yeah, the guy with the flashy, blinky lights.
Yeah.
That's another car that Frank could probably paint. Custom pace car.
Oh, that would be cool. Just a big word, just pace across the hood so I know, it's the pace car. That's all I need.
Yeah, exactly. That's all Brad needs. Just pace
on the roof,
everywhere.
on the sides. Oh, it's sponsored by Pace Picante. This also.
So 38 laps on the clock. That will put our fuel burn this evening, of course, is 3 times multiplier. So unlike real life, they won't have to run 50 laps. They'll only have to run about 12 to 15, I believe.
Yeah, it seems 12. I don't think I've seen above 13 too many times. Because if you could do it at 13, assuming it was green the whole time, you'd do 13 and 26, and you wouldn't effectively need that last lap, the last pit, if you could match it out, right? I'm guessing, or is 13 not going to cut it? I think it would. I think
You could clutch. A lot of these guys can conserve pretty good. Nate Balser gets credit for lap number 1, so he has led a lap and will get those bonus points. But as you can see from his car, he is not in the chase. Chase cars, you will see they have green banners and green spoilers.
Makes it easier for us and the people at home to follow along. Because sometimes the race within a race gets a little bit carried away when other fantastic shenanigans are afoot. There we go. I don't know.
The greens actually look different on a couple of them. But either way, we can definitely see them. There's Danny on the outside going for the lead, not going to get it that lap. That 41 with the yellow banners. The 088 right beside him. 931, 43.
Like a Fallout paint scheme there. Fallout 76. Oh. But the blue and yellow on the roof reminds me of like the Fallout
You're right.
outfit.
I love that. I love that vintage color scheme. Even if you take the white and make it a little bit like yellow, just to make it look like vintage, like a cream color almost, always goes great with that blue.
Oh yeah, that kind of like in between the yellow and green. I think that's called chartreuse.
Right.
Are you talking about?
Sure,
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Chartreuse is a big word.
Old timey green. No, it just means like old green. I've only recently found out what it means because it was
key lime
my
pie.
grandparents had like the old Christmas lights. It was almost a yellow, but it was green enough to not be.
Right.
It was weird.
It's
in
like
the
a key
middle there.
lime, like a key lime pie.
Yeah. Now I'm hungry. Thanks.
Currently focused on the 80 of Eric Lovell. Actually qualified, I believe he qualified third. Oh, I didn't take a picture of the qualifying results. Eric did qualify up there, so he's still holding on to that spot.
Typically, you send me that. In place of that, I sent you a link with some people driving in snow with summer tires, so you can enjoy that at your leisure.
Always fantastic, yeah. A couple of cars into the wall right there.
Everybody seemed to agree. All right, from that.
Who was that there? That was Jim Black in the 58, grazed the wall. Tom Dixon in the 45 was nice enough to stick with him and help him keep speed.
Right? So
yeah, you got a little bit off that high line. You can also move up through the field. Yeah.
Oh, they're not too bad. They're just at the back of the pack.
Far enough, they're probably going to lose the draft. They're far enough off. There's Gary Heiser. There's Randy Wan, the 21, in playoff contention with green numbers on the roof, with the window banner and the spoiler. Frank Divins in the 09 driving that Coors ride, probably painted by Frank Divins. I would only assume with all the cars that Frank paints, he probably paints his own, right?
Yeah, right. Unless he was painting. Did you ever paint one for him?
No.
No, I know he paints his own, but maybe that was like a thing that painters do. Like, oh man, I made you a car.
It would be kind of cool to Rodney Sullins, like all these guys that paint cars just paint their own stuff. Like, well, what if somebody else painted something for him, you know?
Or inspired by.
Right.
Based on the works of Rodney Sullins. I present you something that doesn't look anything. It's like the same, but completely different.
Right. I got a screen here for the Elliott brothers. Tarnation TV wishing the Elliott crew a safe trip. They're headed out to Utah to visit Big Papa Elliott tonight. So going out to see Dad. So
hopefully the weather cooperates. And
yep, look at these guys trying to go 4 wide up here.
Right? But if they were, now we got, 5?
This is awesome start to this race, man. These guys are stuck together as always, like glue, three wide.
Nice and clean.
Yeah.
Reminds you the little scrape against the wall, but
there's Alex Ortiz. Remember him from a couple of weeks ago? He was racing to get into that championship and unfortunately got tangled up in a couple big accidents and wasn't able to finish where he wanted to finish. Ooh, Garland Oaks with a big run on Pat Makarski. Had to actually, looks like he almost had to put the brakes on in that middle lane there.
Great camera pack as always. That's a great view right there. Oh no!
Oh, Gary.
The yellow.
Gary. Yeah, there won't be a yellow flag on that one. He's off the racing line.
Did he get?
Actually, see here. We'll get on to 3 and rewind that. Go into a load scenario here and see how badly he swatted that wall. Here we are, Gary Heiser coming out of turn 3.
Little bump from behind.
A little bit loose there. He straightened it up, though.
I think he got tagged.
Ooh, nice save.
Fantastic save,
That's a
honestly,
really nice save. I mean, he'll be out of the draft with that.
Which is a better move than I would have. Because, my go-to move when that happens, right? When I just, put my head between my knees and kiss my ass goodbye. That never pans out. So I find, if you do like he does, calm down, grab the wheel, and just relax.
Right.
Figure it out.
There's Black and Dixon coming up behind him to help him get back up to speed. But he straightened it out, and he actually made even contact with the right side tires, both of them at the same time on the wall, just a little bit. So that'll actually be basically no damage. If you can even that, you can make sure both tires hit the wall at the same time. It definitely lessens the impact.
Yeah, hard to say from that camera angle, but it looked like he got like shoved into that corner. It looked like maybe
might have been
he
a little
wasn't
bit
ready
up
for
close.
that. I mean, maybe not. I don't want to, I like to assign blame, but I like to make sure it's properly assigned and call out individuals. We'll do a profile at the end of the season though, and everybody will make. And here's another time where this guy hit so much. I'm keeping track, so
It'll
don't
be
think
like
I'm
a
not.
greatest hits list of
Yeah,
times
like
you
a who's
messed up.
who of wrecking.
Yeah.
You won't believe who number 5 is.
Joshua Mercurio in the 99. On that high line there, might want to find his way to the bottom. We are coming into a fuel window now. These guys are going to have to start pitting probably in the next 3 laps or so. It looked like Keith was damaged. What was going on there? He is damaged.
He's missing the trunk.
He's got no trunk. Interesting. Did I miss something? Clearly, because
I'm
there's no
guessing
yellow
so, but
flag.
obviously he must have been low enough down that when it happened that it didn't affect anything, or at least didn't trip a yellow.
So Makarski so far is the only one who has pitted, and it's given him credit for 1 pit stop so far.
I'm thinking 12 will probably be the magic number. But curious to see if it was actually going to go the full 13. I'd like to see. I mean, if you can keep it green and you can do the. I bet it's doable in 2 pit stops, I think.
We're going to try our pit lane cam right here now, our entrance camera, which I do believe should be pit lane camera number 2 to see what these guys choose to do. You'll see them coming out of the top left of your screen. Are they coming out of the... Do you stay or do you go now?
Oh, it's pretty...
Whoa.
Oh, no, it's actually...
Doug lost it.
Holy...
Doug first.
We forgot to tell him about ice in that patch of the...
Yeah.
Right as you're coming off into the pit stop.
No yellow flag, as that was off the racing line. But you know what? He didn't hit nothing. And he's coming in for tires anyway, so who cares? Mike Mangialardi leading this pack, so he got a couple laps led here now in the 029 Blackhawk down car. I painted that for him a couple of years ago. He's still running it.
Sharp looking car.
Yeah, I like that one. I really do like that one.
Okay,
so here
so
comes Mangialardi. You got to get down to 55 by that cone, and he's no problem, but got spun out.
Oh!
Everybody is kung fu fighting.
That's right.
And again, we're on pit road, so this will not bring out a yellow flag at all.
Nope.
We will stay green. This is definitely going to break up the pack, though.
Fast as lightning.
We can keep going. Need to pull up the lyrics.
It was a little bit frightening.
Do. All right. Well, let's see if we can find the main pack here. So we had a couple guys spin out, a couple guys overshoot, a couple little log jams. This actually might turn out to be a very cool race now, because this is going to string these packs out, as is tradition at Talladega Super Speedway. It's a lot of pack racing, 3-wide racing, big clumps of cars. But when we've just saw green flag pit cycles with a couple little minor incidents, this is going to string the pack out.
This is going to be crazy, which typically happens when we get to the playoff, because I remember last season it was incredibly it was tight racing the whole series through, and then you get to the final, the playoff runs, and all of a sudden it's split up, and now we're trying to watch, 4 different races going on at any given time, and trying to figure out who's who and do the lap counting and.
Right.
So if you guys could just kind of pack it all up, get a yellow and everybody meet up again, that'd be great.
Right. You know what, though? Every single time we come here, it's always something different always happens. It's a fuel run. It's pack racing the whole time. There's tons of cautions. There's no cautions. So far, we've had no cautions. We've had a couple accidents, but no cautions, which will now string the pack out. So there will be no pack racing. Who's getting credit for the lead here? This isn't Denny Carroll does not have the lead. I'm going to try to find the leader right now. It's saying that it's actually Dan Lovell in the 388. He's here behind the 6th place car of Josh Mercurio. So again, we're trying to find the winner. We're still in the middle of some pit cycles here, it looks like. We'll see what happens here when Dan crosses the line. On my screen in the top right, I can see instantaneous info here. So he went to 6th position there at the line. Josh Mercurio in 5th, Eric Lovell in 4th, Gary Mingus in 24th, Brian Lovell in 3rd, Nate Balser in 2nd, Denny Carroll leading that lap in 1st. So this is the lead pack. It's a Big Stone Gap, Virginia parade. Is Nate Balser in the 79? He's part of Big Stone Gap, right? Or is he Doritos?
Hold on now.
I can't remember.
I can hear it in my head, but I can't.
He's not in the playoffs, but he is a guy you want with you because he knows how to run. So,
right. I was just looking at the YouTube chat here. Ulysses actually he's got a chance to watch it. He's his friend.
Hello, friend. Ulysses 96 watching live on the YouTube station. 99.3 Tarnation TV.
Ooh, that's real classic rock with race.
What's the Fox now? C Fox.
You know what? It's been
pure garbage.
Decades since I listened to it. I couldn't tell you. I don't listen to radio anymore. Unless
No,
it's
me neither.
I listen to like talk radio. I'll listen to CBC and get my news and occasionally some traffic.
Right. It's good for traffic, yeah.
But that's about it.
So
but yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably whatever would pass as rock nowadays.
Yeah.
It's probably like 90% Greta Van Fleet and then like, well, no, it would only be 66% because the other 30% would be Nickelback and Canadian content.
Right.
Which is Nickelback.
Yeah, and Default and Thornley.
Right. Theory of a Deadman.
Not Rush, though. Don't play them. They're actually good.
Yeah, no, that's on the classic rock. Oh, no, that's actually on, like, what do they call it? 1900s rock, which is how far ago we are.
Late 1900s rock, yeah.
It's a century old.
So for those of you watching, this little blue square in the top left corner, that's real-time stats at the line from the leader. So last lap, it did not change much. I'm seeing if position 4 with a 3.5 is catching this main pack. Let's see what it changes to. 3.7. So they're really not gaining. They're actually losing time. And that next pack is 7.9, goes to 8.5. So the leaders are actually pulling away from everybody else. If these guys stay together, nose to tail like this, they're hitting speeds down the back straight here about 195 mile an hour going into turn 3.
Amazing.
Now.
Oh, here's someone coming like a bat out of hell right from behind the Amazon car.
Yeah.
He found another gear.
He is in this draft. That's Perry Bone in the 60.
Okay.
The only way these guys are going to catch that main pack is if they stay tight and they stay in a straight line. So you can see, it looks like they're in a straight line, but they're not they're not much of a straight line compared to these guys. These guys look like a freight train. It's almost like they're latched onto each other.
Yeah, they got the hitch. Front and rear hitches.
And it's crazy how that makes a difference. See how straight they're running down the back straightaway? These guys are doing it.
I'm pretty sure I saw them put a little bit of that Flex Seal on the bumpers, and then once they touch, then they're just permanently bonded. Like it was like I had the commercial. Like that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. So
right?
We'll check this blue square at the top left of your screen again at the line here. You'll see 4th position, the number 80 car of Eric Lovell. Last time by was 3.6 away from the leader of Denny Carroll in the 41. So let's see what it changes to now. 3.6 to 3.2. They're gaining. They gained about a half second. 4 cars are faster than 3 cars, but these guys need to stay straighter in these turns. This is the science of NASCAR. That's why this simulator will be 21 years old next month. In February, this game will turn 21 years old.
They have a NASCAR Racing 2003 birthday. 21-year anniversary.
It was a big one last year because it was 20 years. Still going strong.
I know the company that built the game, they basically, well, they didn't shut down. They basically work on iRacing.
Correct.
But do they ever acknowledge it? Did I wonder if any of the original developers that worked on this were like still back in here, or if this is just like,
I wonder.
This is Mario Brothers 1, and now they're on to like Super Mario Odyssey. Like if they're just so far ahead with what they have that this is not even on their radar, or
I think
if they're still racing.
It would be cool if one of them was, a couple of those guys, maybe they were surfing YouTube and tripped on a broadcast, because I'm not the only one who, we aren't the only ones who broadcast this game.
No,
there's tons of channels. So it's like, oh, wow, they go, wow, people are still playing our game. Like, they have to know, because they've actually filed lawsuits against mod makers to cease and desist.
Like, currently?
Yeah. They did it like 2 years ago, like 2021. The iRacing, they were lawsuits were filed against some teams, because you can make a mod for it, because they opened up modding, but you can't get into the executable. That's illegal. But guys were changing the physics packs, right, to make like dirt cars and stuff.
Oh, okay.
You're not allowed to do that. So if they find out about that, they can actually cease and desist. Confiscate your computer hardware and stuff. I don't know why they care, but it is their property. Just do this. Just put in these cars, CTS physics. 2019 cars. There's 2022 cars out now. There's new trucks coming, because they've redesigned the trucks. They look really cool. The new trucks look really cool. They're not in the game yet, but I'm sure they will be. These guys are reeling in these leaders. They're down to 1.7 now from Denny Carroll in the lead. So this second pack has been able to reel these guys in. But look at that lap count. We're getting ready for another pit cycle.
We are. Anytime in the next couple, 23. So yeah, a lot of guys didn't go until the end of lap 12, I guess, because almost just the start of lap 13. I guess
full 12, yeah.
So the other 12 in there. So yeah, I would say any.
So this is going to be the pit stop that really does matter, because we're running a 38 lap race, and the second pit stop will get you to the. Well, it won't actually. Will it?
Yeah,
it should.
So I guess it would be questionable, because I was thinking it was 13 full, but I keep forgetting that the pit entrance is before the finish line, so it would be almost lap 13. Like when they get out of the pit, that's the start of the 13th, right? So they're only getting 12 full laps, 12, 24, 36. So I guess you would in fact need like 2 in the splash.
Yeah, you would need another quick stop. So Eric Level chose to stay low. These guys are racing each other now. They have caught the main pack. As you can see, they are going to pit. So
unless a yellow came out at some point, because a yellow would get you 2 laps per. So then in that case, if you get a couple perfectly timed yellows, then you probably get by with 2 pits. Oh no!
The 21 of Wah goes around,
but he found the way.
Yep. Clean pits. We're focused on Eric, because he was leading the pack that caught that main line, or that main pack.
Yep. So
Eric got in clean. You know what? I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. I want to see his pit entrance speed. It was really smooth. You 55. You got to get it down from about 190 down to 55. Yeah, he's fine. Totally fine. 100%.
100%.
Yep. So awesome pit stop by Lovell. He's right with Jeffrey Elliott and Nate Balser coming out of the pits. So Eric coming out in 12th position. He is within drafting distance of those 2 cars in front of him, so these guys will be able to start reeling in. This is going to be a good finish, man.
I think so.
This is like speedway racing, not super speedway racing, because these guys, I have a feeling, Jeffrey said he was going to only run half the race. What are you betting on? He runs this whole thing.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling that if he showed up and if I'm just looking at the time, the clock right now. So it's all 7 o'clock here. So it's 10 o'clock your guys' time back east. And so then you got to be on a plane at, they say, 3. So then you got to at least get to the airport an hour and a half. Yeah. So you got to be there an hour and a half before you get to your flight. So, yeah, there's no point. You better go finish the race and make yourself a coffee and see what's on.
It's such a good race, though. With no yellows, the race is literally over in like 25 minutes. You know, our pre-show and post-race, our pre-race and post-race shenanigans are actually longer than the race itself, if it goes green the whole way.
We should tone that down.
Yeah.
This is fluff. This is the meat and potatoes. This is what everybody wants to see.
So right now, the 388 is currently being scored in first. Denny Carroll has led the most laps this evening with 10. Dan, who we're looking at right now, has 4 laps led. Everybody has pit twice. Gary Mingus has been down pit road 3 times. Keith Bynum was forced to retire.
Oh, you know what I didn't look at?
So
in the
Big
point standings
Stone
before.
Gap, we're going to leapfrog. This will be part of the strategy. Dan clearly let that happen. And there you go. Gary Mingus will give him a bump to get him back up to speed. And away we go. Here's the front pack. As you can tell, these cars are painted by Frank Divins. These guys are obviously teammates. And, of course, all 3 of them with the yellow spoilers are in the playoff. And they are running 1, 2, 3. So right there, you've got your... They will all 3 of them will advance. So they're not going to race each other. I believe it's 1, 2, 3. Yep. So Denny Carroll gets credit for that lap led. There's Jim Black in the orange car. He'll probably yield to the right or the left. Nope, Jim will stay low. They got enough speed, they'll walk right by him. Jim will now go a lap down. He was on the lead lap until that point.
Hoping for a yellow, maybe, get a lucky dog.
So, yeah, we're thinking these guys are not going to make it on gas. You were doing quick calculation of what were you saying? Like they're about 3 laps short?
I'm thinking, I bet, yeah, unless if it's still clean to the end of it, then I'm guessing probably we're going to see them around 35, 36.
Right.
I mean, depending on if they decide to go earlier, of course. But I don't think, at this point, I don't think you would see more than a 36 lap.
Yeah, I think it's impossible at full speed to conserve to get to the end. You'd be getting past. You have to go for a splash. No tires, take a splash.
Somebody to drop out there?
Yeah, 2 of them blinked, but they're back. Okay, so I'm going to go back through the pack and see if I can find the next yellow spoiler. So, let's see here.
Say too, because obviously Denny Carroll was last 1 minute into 8th position, then he wouldn't have had a yellow spoiler on his car because it wasn't known, right?
Sorry, say again?
Denny Carroll was 9th, but Ulysses wasn't here, so Denny Carroll now was 8th in points tonight, right?
It's
so
actually Nate. It's actually Nate Balser.
Is it?
He's being scored right now in 5th overall, and he's in the top 8. He just doesn't have a yellow spoiler on his car, so it is the 079 of Nate.
Nate was the one that took Ulysses' spot then? I thought it was Denny. I thought Denny was there behind him.
But Nate's just not driving a car with a yellow spoiler, so Nate is right here in 6th.
But Denny also doesn't have a yellow spoiler, right? Because he
does. He's leading the race.
Oh, he is in there. Okay, for some reason I'm not used to his new car. I'm used to the Home Depot.
Right. They've got a chase car now. This is their playoff cars. They've got these white cars with these blue and white stripes on them. So Danny's in first. Then we've got Brian Lovell behind him. And
which
Dan
leads
Lovell.
into my next question then. So I wasn't paying enough attention to see where Denny's points were. I know he was in 8th, so he just technically made the cut for the race within the race. But is he enough points up there that if he wins tonight, would that put him, I guess it really depends on everybody else, but would that put him into the top 4? Because the top 4 were pretty high points already.
Well, yeah, he's in the top 8 only because I've got the stats on screen right now. The number 41, Denny Carroll, has 1,151 points overall in the season. He won stage 1. of the playoffs, and he only made it into the final 8 with a DNS from the 96. Did not start. So
gotcha.
Denny is in the final 8, and as long as he finishes, well, what is it? Yeah, the top 4 of those 8 move on to the next race.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
he's leading the race.
Points.
He's completely leading the race. So, sorry,
if you didn't know if he had enough points at this point with a win tonight, would that keep him in the top 4?
Wins don't matter. Points don't matter in the playoffs.
Oh, okay. Of course not. I don't know why I was thinking that was just to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So,
points are tracked. They still track the points. The points will still change. But it really is like Denny doesn't need to win this race. He just has to be in the 4 cars near the front.
That's right.
So,
I was thinking that he had to still was points based.
No, it's not points based.
It's just where you finish. So
the way it looks like now, we're technically looking at about 8 cars, but only 4 of these cars are moving on. It's going to be Denny,
right?
It's going to be Brian, it's going to be Dan, and it's going to be Nate. That orange car. Those 4 cars are in the top 8. So those 4 cars will advance if the race finishes like it does now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm curious here. If we go from Nate back to Randy in 7th, we'll stay locked on the lead pack here because they're going to have to pit again, I think. The gap to 7th is 9 seconds last time around, 9.8 seconds. Randy Waugh running into 21. So in about 10 seconds, that time in that blue square in the top left will update itself. I want to see where the number 21, how far away the number 21 is. 9.8 seconds, 10. Yeah, this front pack is clearly pulling away. But like we're saying, I really doubt they can make it on gas.
I mean, they say there's been no yellows, and look at this bold move to get in front of Danny. Who is that putting a quick?
That's Eric.
He was just getting to the bottom.
He's bumped the apron. Oh, we've got a. Oh no! Holy smokes!
Hold on to your seats. Forget everything we just said.
What the hell just happened?
So can we find out who's in first in this moment? Because this is race back.
Yeah. I don't know. The race is over, and I don't know who won. It's the 80. The 80 won the race. Eric Lovell won the race, the 09, 07, 9, 21. Wow. So Randy Waugh was out of that top 4. Randy Waugh will advance. Okay, wait a second.
You just never know.
We can't. Oh, my God. We can't.
Can't rate this though.
Okay, hold on a second. So that's the 079. It's the 21. It's the 088. I need to bring up the stats screen to see who's in the top 8 again. Is Greg in? Yeah, Greg's in.
Okay, so who we got there?
Eric? No, Eric's not in. So Dan's out, right? I need to find the next one here.
Number 2, right there in the white in the.
Okay, so 9. Okay, Nate's in. So it's Nate.
Yeah.
It's Randy. It's Greg. Who's the 4th one? Heiser, Larry, Ortiz, Jim Black, Oaks, Mingus, Dixon, Outlaw, Jeffrey, McCarthy. I don't know who the 4th car is. It might be Breedlove. What's he coming down at? 23rd. We're going to have to wait because now these guys are going to have to pit because they're still not going to make it on gas. Holy crap.
What?
I don't know, man. They come around into the tri-oval and it was a parking lot.
Well, if we're going to the pits, let's go back and see what happened there. Because I got to put this in the blame book.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so...
all I saw was a little bit of digitized smoke in the background as we were coming into that corner. And I'm like, what happened there? And you figure someone hit the wall.
It looked like... Yeah, something... This is the main... Okay, this is the lead pack. Let's get in replay mode here. I got to get this thing off the screen here. 1 second. Okay, we're in a replay. I'm going to get in chase cameras.
Push
Okay,
a
so
little bit, but
there's
yeah.
the yellow right there. So something's going on in a tri-oval.
Okay.
No, it's not the tri-oval. That's going into turn 3. It looks like Bakarski, and we need helicopter view on this. Something, oh no, I think somebody might have had an internet hop. It looks like Zach Roberts.
Did you not touch him here? Did you not
It
keep
looks
on?
like, yeah, but look at Zach glitching. So Zach glitches.
I just thought maybe that was just a physics glitch because it's just knocking him into orbit. No,
that looked like an internet glitch. So now he's just sitting duck right in the middle of the track. Oh no. He's gone. See, he's completely disconnected right there. His car disappeared completely. He probably Alt F4'd that thing. Just like a split second too late. I think he might have retired the car right there because it disappeared and never came back. Oh man. That's unbelievable. Yeah, Zach's gone. He completely disappeared.
And utter change. Like the whole thing is just. It's not even a fraction of what the race was before. Everything you thought you knew was a lie.
Yeah, everything we were planning on, because people are still pitting though, so we still don't know. I mean, Eric technically won the race back, but the race isn't over yet. The yellow flag is out. The race is technically done, but the checker needs to come out.
Yeah, because last time I think Frank was telling us in the YouTube chat that if it's 36 laps or more, there's not enough time for if the pit. Nice try, English. If the pace car isn't off the track before lap 36, then it's not going to be before the end of the race or something like that. If the lights are still on or something, I think it's what he said. He's probably correct me more.
You need, I think,
look at the YouTube chat right now.
4. Yeah, no, like the lights are still on now. We're not going to get it because the lights are still flashing.
The chat here now, and Ulysses says, "What did I miss, friend?" And I don't know where you joined us and when you typed that out.
Josh just retired. Josh just retired. He drove off the track right there, and he's gone. Cars are now retiring. I don't know if they're running out of fuel, or maybe Josh was asked to leave. Some guys can get pretty randy on the microphones. I don't know if Josh was asked to leave. That looked like a pretty hard left turn and a quit situation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
I don't know what happened there. I'm going to have to ask about the 99 because he just pulled off the track, parked it, and he's out of the server.
Was he? He wasn't. I mean, would he possibly to blame for any of the things? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Somebody just
that
somebody
crash,
mistakenly.
I would say
no,
that.
I'm not for pointing blame, but maybe yeah. I mean, what's the point in yell? If I'm going to throw aspersions and accusations around, I'm going to make sure darn sure that I know who it was. And if not, well, I'll just try to make sure.
Sounds like he's out of gas, unless he's clutching.
Oh. Anyway, it's all for fun. And gift cards, but mostly fun.
He's clutching. He's going to make it though. Eric will win this race. He might not have enough gas to do a burnout, but he's going to win the race. And there you go. There's your winner.
So a new winner yet again.
Eric Lovell, his first win, I believe, in the I'm on Fire.
Congratulations, dude. That's a first
Wait a
win.
second.
That'd be what?
Wait a second. Are we in a checkered flag situation, or we got to go one more lap? No, we don't. This is the final lap. Sorry, he hasn't made it yet. Did I just jinx it?
Oh, you give him the curse?
I was looking at the broadcast lap counter and it said 38.
I was reading the comments. Oh, what an ending. Can you imagine coming around turn 4 and seeing that in front of you?
I might have just jinxed it. I just put the checkered flag in his hand, and the race isn't done yet. They still got one lap to go.
Oh, yeah. No, that's some serious voodoo nonsense right there.
I'm like, oh, he's not going to make it. I'm like, oh, he made it. Wait, maybe he didn't make it. It's still 2.6 miles.
How many pits has he taken?
Eric Lovell has pitted twice.
Oh boy! Well, here you go.
Yeah, dude.
You know what?
Let's ride inside.
We were gonna find out.
Let's ride inside.
Because I'm like, hey, who's gonna find out for us? And it turned out Eric volunteered. He put his hand up and said, I'll do it. But here's the thing: the last couple laps were under yellow.
Mm-hmm.
That could possibly count for, right? Because that's 2 for 1. So that would count.
Yeah.
That would be 2 laps that he needed, from 36 to 38. If he got the last top up on 24, which I think was the last.
Sorry if I jinxed you, Eric, but I think he's gonna make it. We're coming into the tri-oval right now. He's clutching something awful. he'd get a
going
bump.
in for the gauge. Are you gonna take a look at his fuel pump, see what the pressure's at?
Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think those gauges are real time.
Oh, that's right. Those ones are just
bottom left. Still says full pressure. There it is.
So it's doable. Two pits is doable. Settled.
I'm waiting for the checkered flag. There's the checkered flag, and I'm going to do the checkered flag. Congratulations to the 80 of Eric Lovell. Let's see how far you can get on this tank.
Yeah, and he confirmed it. His first win at Talladega Nights.
Yeah, man. So it looks like...
Not only does he have enough, but he's got enough to go around and do a burnout again. He's stopping more than enough.
I don't even know who the top 4 are in the championship. It's going to be Nate, Randy, Greg.
How could you even spell? Yeah.
And then I don't know, dude. Robert Breedlove, I think.
Because it made sense he came out there. Well, let's go back to the...
No, Branson. It might actually... he's had a guess. Unless he's clutching it to do a burnout. Oh, no, it's back on again, so he's clutching it.
How about it? Now, can it be done on 1.5 pit stops? No, it can't. That's the same. It just...
Your winner, Eric Lovell in the 80, Indianapolis Colts National Football League sponsor. We're going to get sued so hard.
Yeah. Good thing.
Congratulations, Eric. I mean, I still don't know who the top 4 are. So it's definitely Nate, Randy, Greg, and I think it actually might be Steven Brandstetter. Because the other guys all crashed.
That would have been when you figured out when Breedlove was coming out of the pits. I thought that was who 4th was going to. But
Okay,
that wasn't.
Save that replay. I'm going to have to look at this because this is going to be... I need to be able to bring up both. I'm going to have to do this after I get this all saved up here and we start talking at a base to find out who that 4th car is, man, because that was going to be... Yeah, see, Zach Roberts has retired from the race due to lost connection. So that final 4 laps, his internet glitched, and then the car just completely disappeared, and he never got reconnected. So
then he was so close.
His rotor just caught fire and took a walk, and that was a horrible time. And I mean, that's nobody's fault. We just chalked that up.
56 to the booth.
We could just chalk that up as a mechanical failure. Go ahead, Jeff. Yeah, man. We thought you were going to quit, but we had to. No way Jeff's quitting this race.
Well, it's like only 8:15 in the morning. I mean, that thing was over in like 30 minutes. It was a pretty good race.
Yeah.
What's we got slingshot silly statistics. Or anyways, I have Randy Wall. Let's go ahead and knock 4th place out real quick. So, you good? You ready?
Yep. Just looking for the stats here so I can put up the final stats. Randy, dude, man, we were looking at this and we were watching you guys try to reel in that front 4 because it was level Balser in the final 8. And you were the 5th. And now you're in the blink of an eye.
Well, let me tell you, that was a wild race.
That was an amazing race.
I lost second gear after that first stop.
Oh,
And
jeez.
yeah, and then when I went in the pits behind Jeff that time, I forgot I lost second gear. So
Almost
it
blew
was
third.
hard to get it load up. And then there's a car sitting sideways. So I had to stop and keep from hitting him. So I got behind, and then we ran down about 2 or 3 cars and passed him, but we weren't catching that front pack. I was sitting here praying for a caution.
Yeah, that was not the caution we wanted to see, though. A total internet loss there, like a huge glitch issue, and in probably the worst spot on the track. It was crazy how that happened. I have to pull up the stats right now and actually see who the top 4 were, because I have Nate, you, and Greg. I don't know who the 4th one is. I think it might be Brandsetter.
No, it's Eric Lovell, Frank Divins, Nate Bosser, and me.
No, I mean for the championship, for the top 8, moving on to the next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to make it. And then I was almost out of gas. If that caution hadn't come out, I would have had to pit. I was clutching the whole time during that car.
See,
and I barely made it.
Yeah, we were kind of running those numbers too, going like, man, even with the yellows, it's going to be really, really close.
Oh, yeah. That was a crazy race, though.
It was a really good race.
I hate those guys up front got wrecked out like that. You know, I'm glad to be in it, but I hate that they didn't make it and got wrecked out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a horrible internet problem. I mean, there's nobody's fault. Everybody was running so good tonight, and then unfortunately, Zach's modem just decided to fly away, I guess, and his car literally went from wall to wall, like like he won the lottery or something, and it was crazy to watch, and it just took everybody out, unfortunately. But yeah, nobody's fault. Everybody was perfect on the drive, and not so much on the pit entrances though, which is what caused the pack to get broken up. But it made for an awesome race. It was more like a speedway race than it was a super speedway race.
Yeah, it sounded like the old timey Talladegas when we didn't have restrictor plates.
Right, back in like the 90s.
Yeah, those are fun times.
Well, that's it, man. Yeah, congratulations on the 4th place finish, and you're advancing to the championship race next week. So that'll be a whole new game again. We'll see you next Thursday. You got any shoutouts you want to toss down?
Oh, yeah, and I hope I win next week, get my first championship. But anyway, I want to congratulate Eric on his first win. He did an awesome job tonight. Congratulate Frank Divins. He got a 2nd place. I want to shout out to my sons, Christian and Corey, my grandsons, Adrian, Asa, and Asher. And Corey, we got another one. We're going to make it in the chase.
Awesome, man. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
All right, man. Thank you guys for putting this on.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, Blaine, we're gonna let Gary. Where'd he go?
Gary's stat time. Gary is gone. I don't see him.
Well. Let's move Nate down.
All right, let's get Nate in here. Nate Balser in the 079. What's up, man? What a race that was.
Hey, yeah. Boy, what a heck of a run. Talk about edge of the seat. Wow.
A couple of weird instances really separated the pack early in the race, but it made for a fantastic race because it was strung out. You guys are running in groups of 4 or 5, not all 20 together. Of course, fuel strategies there with green flag racing right to the end. Horrible internet glitch causes that accident, but you ended up getting through it.
Yeah, that last one, Blaine, oh my gosh, it was almost a close your eyes thing. I have no idea what was going on there. I literally shut my eyes. Talk about making it through the pearly gates.
Well,
wow.
Brad and I can confirm that because we're calling the race, and then it scared I'm sorry for we get to use it once. It scared the shit out of us because we were watching it and we're like, what? You guys are coming into the tri-oval and it's a parking lot, and it just turned into an absolute hurricane of scrap metal, and somehow you got through it.
Yeah, getting through it and you're still at full speed. It was like winning the lottery, literally.
Yeah, we're going to have to
Oh,
go back and
no.
look at it on the broadcast because we didn't have time to do it. We were focused on Eric because we didn't know if he could clutch enough to get to the end, even with the yellow flags.
Yeah, watching the gas there at the end. Oh my gosh, I was like doing everything I could to save every last drop. That
Yeah.
to run out at that point, that would just be a travesty.
Oh yeah, especially with what happened at the end there, and I think that's Eric's first win here, at least on Thursday. I'm pretty sure.
No, it is. I believe that's Danny confirmed that it was his first win this evening.
Is it? Has he won? I know on Thursday it's his first one, but has he won in on Fast and Furious or Shake and Bake?
Nothing. Oh,
that was his first win ever.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's great. Yeah, no, that was some right place, right time.
Yeah.
And then we got to see, because I'm sure there's some power plays just to get to the front of the pack too. Like, what kind of stuff did he have to avoid to get there? I can't wait to see the replays.
Feels good as a father, I tell you that, because I'm his dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It is, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I agree, man. Good deal.
I'm still looking I'm trying to find out who the fourth one is here. So Brian ended up in 24th. Greg's in. And
Yeah, I made it.
You made it in because you're in 7th. So
I can tell you. Hold on.
yeah, I think it's Brandstetter. Because I think it's Steven. Even though he's finished in 17th, I don't see another chase driver. I've got Nate Balser, I've got Randy Waugh, I've got Greg Lovell.
Breedlove.
But then I've got Heiser D, Ortiz Oaks, Outlaw Elliott, Dixon McCarskey, Dan. Oh, is Dan? Dan didn't make it though into the chase, did he? Oh no, it is Dan. It is Dan. Dan finished in 16th. Brandstetter finished in 17th, so it's Dan level. Wow.
Okay.
Like in 16th place and still advances to the championship. Unofficial results, of course. But
it's only 4. It's the top 4 that makes it the next week.
So it's Dan in the 388.
It's top 4 in points, not the top 4 finishers, right?
The top 4. No, it's the top 4 finishers.
Yeah, the top 4 and the top 8. Like out of that top 8 to race for the championship next week. And it'll be Dan finishing in 16th. But anyway.
It was Danny, Robert, Brian, me, Nate, Steven, Randy, and Deanie. So we know Deanie didn't make it. Randy, where did you end up finishing, Randy?
So the 4 that are advancing to the championship race will be Dan, it'll be Greg, it'll be Randy, and it'll be Nate.
Yep.
Pending review.
I think you're right.
But
yeah, Denny could have got it except for that last still there. Wow.
That's what I mean, dude. None of you guys were in it, and then that happened and it juggled the whole thing around. So that's why I had to kind of stare at that for 5 minutes and figure out who actually made it in, because there's a huge space there to get to Dan in 16th place, but it looks like he's progressing into the championship race. But either way, man, yeah, Nate. Thanks again to the whole fam family there for doing the Grand Marshal duties. That's always fun to play that. And if you have any shout outs, let her rip and we'll move up the ladder to Frank.
Yeah, thanks so much for playing that. They enjoyed it. And thanks again, my wife Angela, Jerry, Kathy, my sister Susie, my sister Lisa, and my daughter's friend from Eastern Washington. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'm happy to be here, and we'll see what we can pull off next week.
Awesome. Yeah, man, we'll definitely be here. It's going to be a great race. So yeah, thanks again, Nate. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, bud. Thanks, Brad.
Have a good evening.
All right, let's go grab Frank. Okay. Frank Divins Sr. Frank Divins, how are you doing, sir? Holy moly, what a finish.
Oh, hi, guys. What's up?
Yeah, live on Tarnation TV, man. Second place finish tonight. Now, I'm assuming Frank Divins painted Frank Divins' car, correct?
Absolutely.
That's what I figured.
I paint all my cars. The cars I drive are all Bill Elliott or Chase Elliott schemes.
Right on. Yeah, you mentioned that in the text when you sent me all the new rigs. But tell us what that thing looked like from your view.
Well, all I saw was Colts, and I told Eric, he helped me out of pit road. We come out, he gave a little burp. He let me catch him, and I said, I'm not leaving him.
Nice.
And I stayed on him.
That's simple.
And then when we got up there, I told the guys, jump out in front of us. They sat there. I said, okay, I'm pushing Eric to his first win then.
Yeah, and what a way to win it too. It's just a wild. I'm going to actually load up the replay right now while we're talking. I'm going to try to get this thing because we really had to focus on the fuel mileage. Because were you running? You must have been running super low on gas.
I was a lap short, and Eric was a lap short for sure. As far as the accident, we heard it that there was an accident for it, but nobody said anything. And we come around and there's like carnage everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think Denny got caught up in that. The whole inside lane got caught up in that. And I almost caught something that was sitting in the middle of the road and got by it and just stayed with Eric to the finish.
Well, even
I probably could have passed him. I had the momentum, but I said nope.
Thanks, Frank, for helping him out.
Because our vantage point of this is when we're watching it, we can't really see the lights because the cameras are usually following the cars from the front. So when everybody came out of that turn 4 into the tri-oval, and Brad and I just saw smoke and just cars parked everywhere, the camera angle it dropped right in behind it all. And we're going, what? And then you guys are coming around the corner doing 200 miles an hour, and there's cars right across the track. And yeah, it startled us, to say the least. If you watch the broadcast back.
I see you got
All
it
of a
on
sudden,
the
there's a
broadcast
wreck.
now. Yeah. I don't have my smoke on, so all I saw was carnage sitting in the track. And I just tried to dodge it as best as I could. So I guess I was lucky I had smoke off.
Oh, right. Oh, so you have to shut your smoke off because it helps your computer?
Well, you can turn it off if you want. I leave it. I'd rather not be on.
Right. That's. Oh, really? So you choose to do that?
Oh wow! I see it now on the broadcast. Wow, it was kind of smoky there.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a camera angle here. There's
How
a good
did
one.
Eric make it through that? Did you see that?
We're
Him
gonna
and
look
Frank
at that
made it
right
through
now.
that wreck?
Yeah, well, I yelled as cars in turn 4, wreck in turn 4. He went a little high. I went high, and then there was a car sitting there, so I went low, and then that was it.
There was a car sitting right in the middle of the track. It looked like Zach.
Yeah, he's up high. I'm up high. Whoever was behind me, I guess that was Balzer. He was up high as well, and everybody below us got caught up in that.
Oh, he was warping.
It was Zach had a massive internet failure.
That's what caused that. It was just a bad warp, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
Right up to the top.
Wow. There's just the 3 of us made it through that.
It happens, though, you guys. Warp, it's a part of it sometimes.
Yeah, we're just watching. Wow. Oh, my God. I'm looking at Nate's. We got to go on Nate here and watch this in slow motion because this is how he gets. I think cars actually fly over Nate.
Yeah, they go airborne and he goes under them. He
I believe Eric would
he's a
have
thunder move.
Wow.
I still believe Eric would have won it.
Nate actually didn't even get hit. Nate didn't even get a scratch on that car. That's unbelievable. I don't even understand that.
That's the play of the. That's the play of the entire series right there.
That's insanity. Okay, wait a second.
Same as 3 of the DSGR cars got caught up in that, but
I'm glad I made it in. That's all I care about.
You know what that is? That's the YouTube short that's going to be posted forever on the front page. This is the one that's going to take us to the stratosphere. We're hitting platinum, boys.
Yeah.
Just with this 10-second clip right there.
Nate is going to the championship, the final 4 with that luck of the draw right there. That is wild. So then Frank, we're still talking to Frank as we're reviewing the replay, but even then being in the right spot for Frank because he was just in front of it, really.
yeah, it was luck. I mean, the only thing I had to avoid was whatever was sitting right in the middle of the track further down, and I think I barely scraped it or just missed it. But other than that, I didn't have to go through what Nate did.
Everything came right around behind the bumper of your car, and then you made a wicked erratic maneuver to get around Branstetter, who was basically sitting still.
Oh, that's who it was?
Yeah,
Hey,
Steven
guys.
Branstetter in a 510.
Can we get Eric down here because he's got to get up at 4:30 in the morning before we go to work.
Yes. Are you able
I
to
just
pull
saw
him down
4
here?
cars at the
I guess
wall
I have
right
to.
behind me.
I can pull him.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, bring him down. Eric, level in the 80, bro. Congratulations on the win, man. We were just watching this in a replay, getting sidetracked, but man, that was a fantastic, what a fantastic finish.
Hey, Blaine, I appreciate that, man.
How close were you on fuel? Because we were kind of, even with the cautions, we were wondering if you were going to be able to make it.
I think the caution came. I was 4 of 4. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so so the cautions were going to get you there.
Yeah,
Were
mine
you,
changed right at the start finish line.
I think mine was 4 of 4.
so were you conserving the entire race? Like, how were you able to?
No, I started clutching when the caution came out.
Oh, that's it, eh? So you were full right to the mat the whole time. Yeah, that's first win here at Talladega Nights Racing League. Hey, do you race on Fridays and Saturdays as well?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm here every chance I get, man.
He's come so close so many times, Blaine.
He has. What so what was this pit strategy though? If there was to go green, you would have you had to pit.
I went in about middle ways. I think I had 3 or 4 laps left the pit before that, and that's all it took, really.
Yeah, I was wondering because it's the numbers. We kind of run them loose. I mean, we don't really know what's happening on the track, but we had a pretty good idea that most of you guys were going to have to go in again. But that yellow definitely helped you out. And I mean, right place, right time. That, like I've said it to the other guys, it scared Brad and I when the camera dropped in behind that wreck. And what's going to happen? There's nowhere to go.
Mr. Frank there, man, he helped me a lot too. He pushed me most of the way.
Right. Yeah, man. Well, fantastic race. We're watching the replay. Very rarely do I actually ever go into replay mode in the post-race interviews, but we had to do it because we had no time to do it in the race.
I'm sitting there watching it all.
Yeah, watch the wreck, the last caution. Watch me and Frank get by that.
Yeah, well, we've seen it multiple times. We were kind of wondering too with how. What was it like? Even Brad said too. He goes, "This is race back." I'm like, "Yeah, it is race back, but I don't know." You race back to the yellow to lock in first place position, but that doesn't necessarily you're going to win the race because you need to get to the checkers. Yeah. And we were curious on that fuel consumption, but yeah, we were following you the whole final 3 or 4 laps under caution there, and you were clutching the heck out of that thing, so it definitely worked. We were curious though. You had enough to do a burnout, so that looked really cool.
Yeah, I had 1 lap at finish. 1 lap.
It's even better when you use up all the gas in the burnout.
Yeah, let's just say my hands are sweating after that one.
Yeah,
imagine so.
Well, I mean,
how's the heartbeat doing?
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
I remember when I used to win my first races, that heartbeat was just thumping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck getting to sleep tonight. Yeah. Right.
Well, I got to get up at 4 o'clock. So
me too. But yeah,
well,
awesome.
We'll wrap it up, but congrats, man. Holy.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate the broadcast and all. I'm new to this, but I appreciate everything you guys do.
Thanks for watching, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. That broadcast would be a lot of fun to go back and watch that thing because it even with the weird pit schedules that kind of split everybody up. It was a great race. We were talking before about how it turned into a super speedway race, or it turned a super speedway race into a speedway race, and calamity at the final there, and it changed the whole broadcast around because I had everything written down. That piece of paper went out the window.
We had what?
Yes,
2
it was.
Cautions?
1
at the moment?
That was the last one. That was it.
Yep.
That was it?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. The only yellow that came out was that gigantic accident in the trioval with like 4 to go.
Yeah, that's clean. That's a great race.
Yeah, fantastic race. So the
I
stats
knew
are
you get your first race win, Eric. I told you would.
Yeah, I was trying to stay patient on that one.
it's one of those things that you stay patient, and even guys who aren't even close, sometimes it just happens. You just have the right fuel strategy, or just in the right spot, right time, and there it is.
Yeah, I'm getting better at pitting and stuff too.
Yeah, a race like this today is one on pit road, I think. So everything you did the whole way through it got you to that finish line. So congratulations, man. Is there shout outs or anything you want to say, final words?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to my dad, the whole BSGR crew, giving me tips, pointers. Frank, appreciate it, man, bumping me the whole way. And shout out to my kids and my fiance.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, thanks, man, for racing. I mean, we'd be nothing without the drivers. So thanks to Talladega Nights and all the drivers. Thank you, Eric, Frank, and Greg. I'm going to kick you guys out of here. Brad and I'll wrap this up. I got to wake up at 4 a.m. also.
All right, Blaine. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Blaine.
Thanks, guys.
Good win again, Eric. I'm proud of you.
And there it is. Probably one of the craziest races we've ever called, where all my notes were irrelevant.
all the points are made up and the score doesn't count.
Right. All my notes were relevant until for 80 or for like 97% of that. And
until the race broke out, and then.
But yeah, man, like I couldn't even, because the top four was so easy. Mm-hmm. Right? It was
lined up right for you.
Yeah, like it was Brian, Denny, Greg, and Nate. Right,
all color coded,
and
couldn't have been easier.
Was it Dan? No, it wasn't Dan. Yeah, and then it ended up being Nate, Randy, Greg, and Dan. So Brian's out, Denny's out, Nate was still in. Well, you saw that replay. He went
Blaine,
between two cars.
The factoids, Blaine. I'm gonna let Gary do the factoids real quick.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Gary.
Ooh. Slingshot silly statistics. The top five fastest laps of the night. In fifth place was the outlaw, Doug Firth. He did a 48.050, 199.293 on lap 9. In fourth place was Nate Balser. He did a 47.827 second lap on 28 at 200.222 miles per hour. In third place was Jeffrey Elliott. He 47.825 seconds, 200.230 on lap 28. And Frank Divins in second place, 47.817 seconds, 200.264 miles per hour on lap 28 as well. And the top fastest lap of the night goes to the guy that won the race. He did it on lap 28 as well. Eric Lovell, 47.811 seconds, 200.289 miles per hour.
Flying. I love it. I love it. There's always that one fast lap where everybody all just clearly in a pack, in a line, pushing each other to these fast times because they all seem to come in the same point in the race.
Lap 28, those four guys did it.
Yeah, that's a fantastic race. Just looking at the stats. Where did you end up, Gary? Because you were up there somewhere. I can't see you. 19th. You're one lap out.
Yeah, I was a lap down, and I was hoping that caution would have come out. I would have been in position for the lucky dog had that caution come out, and there was no wrecking afterwards.
Right.
But because of that last boo-boo, I was stuck where I was, and I wasn't going to get no lap back.
Yeah, too late in the race to restart. So you sit where you sit, I guess.
Yeah, I was running in right behind Dan Lovell, who was in third place before the wreck happened. But then Eric and them came up on the outside, and we were just going to stick together, and that would guarantee us being in. But when that wreck started happening and the warp and all that mess, it was Katie bar the door.
Hey, Blaine, ain't this series based on points? It's not based on where you finish, is it?
It's based on points up until the race 8, and then it goes into the playoff knockout round.
Oh, okay. So it's Danny, Randy, me, and Nate, right?
I've got Dan, you, Randy, and Nate.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna let y'all go to bed. Thanks, Blaine. Thanks, Brad, for what y'all do. Thanks,
Thank you,
Gary, for the factoids. Thank you for reminding me, Gary, because I about forgot.
Denny Carroll had the most laps led. Nate Balser had 10. Denny had 17. Dan and Eric Lovell had 5, and Mike Mangialardi had 1.
So who led the most, Nate?
No, Denny. Denny led the most laps with 17.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah,
Thanks,
right
bud.
on. I gotta go grab some dinner and call it a night. So thank you guys. Good. Good.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you all here next week.
Thank you, Blaine. Have a fun time.
Thanks, Gary.
You as well.
Yeah, man. Thanks to Gary for the factoids. Or sorry, the silly Bob's factoids. It's the silly statistics of Sunday's superstars. I can't. It's a lot of words that make me spit all over my screen. Apparently, fuckatash.
Saskatchewan sealskin.
Right. Yeah, awesome. Again, awesome race. Please tune in next week if you don't mind, because it is the championship race. And those 4 drivers, of course, it's unofficial results. We're going to have to wait for the league to peruse the replays. It was a pretty straightforward race, and the accident was just an internet connection. It's just one of those things that happens. So, nobody's at fault anywhere. I'm sure these stats, even though they are unofficial, probably will be official. There is penalties that can be given for team speak conduct. A couple of drivers looked like they kind of pulled over really quickly and retired, so I don't know if that was something we couldn't hear. That's why we always say these results are unofficial. But
we'll save those results for Turbo.
Yes, we don't broadcast live race chat with the driver room, because who knows what's going on.
Maybe that's an idea for Turbo.
It could be. We could have an open channel.
Find out what's being said behind the scenes on this very special episode of Tarnation TV.
What are you doing, you rapscallion? We have to replace the word with rapscallion, because we all know nobody says that.
Who's the genius who decided to turn right on the track that's only left?
This entire thing has been banked to the left for the last 68 years. What's going on?
I had to sneeze. The sun was in my eyes.
Honest, boff. I had the schnipples. But thanks for watching. What a fantastic race that was.
Yes, awesome.
Even with the catastrophe that happened, stuff happens. And
makes for a heck of a crazy fun time. I had a lot of fun watching that, calling it.
It's a different. I like it when it gets strung out like that, because then I can pull down that real time interval ticker thing to see if guys can gain and reel other packs in. Whereas if it's just everybody's clumped together racing 3 wide all day, that's awesome to watch too. But it's also fun to watch that speedway style of racing where you need to work together to reel people in, and it's a different way to broadcast a race when it ends up falling apart, or when it ends up falling in line like that. We need some new tracks. We should be racing. Let's go to Daytona.
Mix it up.
Oh, get some water in you. Talking all night long. Thanks, man, for helping me broadcast this as always.
Stay hydrated. Thank you for having me. Always fun. Always a good time. Like you need an excuse to hang out. But here we are anyways.
Yep. Thank you, Internet, for being a thing. Because here we all are in this room with our statistics and our racing and our broadcasts and our music. Oh, music. I forgot all about the music. Thanks to Rise of Dissension for supplying the tunage this evening, as they do, because they are heavy metal and we like to play it loud and clear. I'll fire up some more of that stuff. And as we walk away into the
Bitch
evening.
with you.
There you go. We'll play a nice short song. And we'll see you all next week. So, yeah, remember, always keep one hand in the ocean. And if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy, keep your stick on the ice.
A famous poet said, "We're here for a good time, not a long time."